go to Memorial and Veterans Day on page 18. And again, level funded. And then the last item for today's agenda is the holiday on the green. And that is on page 18 as well. There's a request that has been made for $5,000 to help contribute to the event. Currently our Parks and Cemetery team have spent numerous hours outside of their regular working hours to help provide lighting and other features for the event. It's a fantastic event, absolutely something I know that the community enjoys and I know the town and the leadership support. And this request came through as a line item. The one thing I might advocate for, and we can have a conversation about this at another time, but it's just, if it's something that the Board of Selectmen and the FinCom feel comfortable accepting this for the purposes of supporting that event, is to possibly just change some of the wording of it. Instead of holiday on the green celebration, it could be something titled economic development or something like that, but that can then be earmarked for an event like that that's celebrating the downtown or providing lights for the downtown during the holidays. A little more broad than for the event itself, but could obviously benefit the event as well.
Do they have expenses back up that ties into their request for $5,000? Do we know where that came from? The actuals?
This was an article that was requested, it's been requested a couple of times now. And what Steve has says is that they're paying for it out of his budget, and they're paying for it out of the recreation budget, and that's why he's putting this forth.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you could show anything to support the 5,000. Maybe it's more if we're looking to want to do more events, maybe it's less, I don't know, there's nothing that.
I know that we had an outside third party quote to hang lights in our downtown on Cabot Street in Beverly, and it was $40,000. For perspective, I guess, of what an outside vendor might look like. To have it internally, obviously there's some savings because we don't have to rent equipment, we already have the equipment, etc. I know Iron Tree helps us with this event as well, and some other people donate.
We've had donations that have helped with the stringing of the lights.
Exactly.
I think if you try to go back to the bills, the good news is we don't have 5,000 in bills. What we do have is essentially tickies for, I gave you this much donation.
Well, Catherine was saying it comes out of Steve's budget, so I just didn't know.
Not somebody who donates.
No,
That's what I mean.
donates, not just that.
And so 5,000 has not come out of Steve's budget, is what we have to recognize.
Well, that's what I'm asking, I just don't know.
I know what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I can work with Steve to isolate the cost
Yeah.
and find out what those costs are.
And that's all she's asking for, is tell me what it costs.
Yeah.
Tell me how much, tell me how much it
I mean, 'cause
takes.
we tend to get a lot of donations, maybe 5 isn't enough, I don't know
Yeah.
what that picture looks like, we do want
One
the
of the
event.
elements of 5,000, and it may include stringing lights, which we have typically not paid for. Next year we may not pay for, maybe donate it again, but at least we know the elements are stringing of lights will, if billed to us, would be something of 2 million, 2,000. And new lights reference, so I went on with how do we justify $5,000?
Anything else, Kevin?
I am available for any further questions from any of you or anyone else from the public as needed, and we'll be regrouping in a week, I think, to keep moving through this.
That's great, well, it was a really thorough explanation, we appreciate all the time that went into developing it, and then being able to explain it to us
Yeah,
quickly.
great team effort.
Kevin's been pretty busy the last couple of weeks.
I had one quick question.
Kevin and Catherine both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Great job.
Vice Chair,
Yes.
on the flu, I understand on the flu vaccine, they wanted to create a separate line item for $3,700, but in past years, they've been paying for it out of other accounts. So my question is, are those other accounts going to go down if you transfer the funds to another line, or is this a net?
One of the accounts that's continued to be funded over the years in the Board of Health is the burying dead animal account, which had $1,622 in it. They were not using that money, so they were able to cover other costs within their budget.
Okay, so that's gonna disappear, that
That's gonna-
1,600?
Formalization
Yeah,
of it.
well, now we have
We're
the,
adding to it, actually.
yeah,
They
the,
put in a request for additional money.
Yeah, just so we know what nets out here.
yeah, and
That's a good
then,
question.
and then she had also had brought up that the cost this year was higher. It had gone from, I think, 1,500 to 3,000
Yes,
in
that's
terms of the
correct.
vaccination. 3,006 or
I,
something like that.
the revenue coming in, I realize is a separate into the
Yeah.
general fund.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, well, thank you so much. We
You wanna do
could,
minutes?
yes, we move
Okay.
on to minutes.
I make a motion to approve the, anybody have comments?
Why don't you make the motion first and then we
You
can.
want a motion?
Yeah.
I motion to approve Board of Selectmen minutes of January 2nd, 2020 as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any discussion first?
I have none. I'm fine.
Aye.
Okay, then all in favor?
Aye.
Great, thank you. And final motion,
To adjourn?
second? Boy, do you want a second that?
I'm second, sorry.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we adjourn.
One of
Thank
my
you so
requests
much.
is I'd like a tutorial